Hello, my name is Caoimhe de Barra and I work for Trócaire, which is the overseas development agency of the Catholic Church in Ireland. And I would like to tell you about Trócaire's Lenten appeal this year. Firstly, I wish to thank you for the support you give to Trócaire's work every year. Your donations reach thousands of vulnerable communities and families all over the world. This help is critical and it allows us to continue our work every year. The Lenten period is a time when people recommit their support for their brothers and sisters around the world through Trócaire's Lenten appeal. This Lent, Trócaire's appeal highlights the impact that climate change and COVID-19 is having on people's lives in Zimbabwe and how your love and generosity can give families a chance to build a better tomorrow. From southern Zimbabwe, we hear the story of Tandiquile and her two children, her daughter Nomatter, who is 11, and her son Forward, who is 8. Tandiquile was just 31 when COVID-19 claimed the life of her beloved husband Donovan last year. In Zimbabwe, where the cruel effects of poverty, the pandemic and climate change have left people on the brink of catastrophe, Tandiquile must face her grief alone. The impacts of climate change meant that life was already a struggle for Tandiquile and her family, bringing drought and unpredictable rainfall. COVID-19 disrupted the family's life even further as markets and schools were closed. Tandiquile is working hard to provide for her children, and with the support of Trócaire's local partner organisations, she hopes that her efforts will be enough to build a better tomorrow for her family. Tandiquile's struggle is tireless as she takes care of her two precious children. She's a strong woman and she believes in a better future. Every day, Tandiquile puts all she has into being mother and father to her children. She strives to be self-sufficient and she hopes to start up a clothes shop to make a better life for her family. It's not just that she must overcome so many obstacles to provide for her family. However, Tandiquile's faith is important to her, and she says that the Lord's Prayer gives her courage, hope, and strength. She says she also finds courage, hope, and strength in the help she receives from people like you and the local partner organisations that work with Trócaire in Zimbabwe. These values of courage, hope, and strength are exactly why the Bishops of Ireland founded Trócaire, and almost 50 years later, these values have never been more relevant. The COVID-19 crisis has shown us how small our world actually is, and we pray for all those affected by the virus in Ireland, in Zimbabwe, and around the world. In places like southern Zimbabwe, hard-working families who already live below the poverty line are often unable even to grow enough food to feed themselves because of drought and climate change. They are doing everything they can to stand on their own 2 feet, but the upheaval and loss of COVID has only made the burden worse, with women and girls shouldering the worst of the load. Last year, your generosity helped us to support 2.7 million people in 20 countries. That impact is thanks to you. Every one of us in Trócaire is so thankful for your support. This Lent, it will provide vital help to Tandiquile and her family and to many more like them as they strive to create better futures for their families, because a better tomorrow belongs to us all. This Lent, we ask you to once again stand in support of families like Tandiquile's. Please take home a Trócaire box or visit our website to find other ways to support our work. I conclude with these words from Archbishop Alex, who is the Archbishop of Bulawayo in Zimbabwe. Archbishop Alex says the following: "In the spirit of faith and in the spirit of humanity, I want to appreciate the support of the people of Ireland. I would also like to appeal to you to open your hearts as much as possible, especially regarding food shortages, livelihoods, sanitation, education, and health. These are our needs, and I would say that we have nothing much to give you back, but we are always grateful to you, and every Sunday, when our people gather, we can assure you of our prayers for your generosity. I can only encourage you all to keep this partnership in the spirit of our faith. Without your support, we in Trócaire would not be able to do the work we do on your behalf. Thank you, and blessings on your continued kindness and generosity.